Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is episode 50 in the Throwback Thursday series I'm doing using old makeup. Not icky old, just not talked about old. And today's palette of choice is the Profusion Emeralds palette. I've swatched this, but I've never actually used it. And I was talking with my new friend Tara here on the YouTubes, and she mentioned it. And so I thought, I'm gonna do that for today's video because why not? It's a good time to use an older palette, and it's green. I love green eyeshadow. It can also lean neutral if you want it to, with just like a pop of green. We've got some like turquoisey green, some green, some neutral shades. So I think this is gonna be fun. I am, of course, going to do a green look. I swatched this shade right here and it looks really cool. So yeah, we're just going to tuck in and play with some old eyeshadows. Hopefully you're into that. If you are and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you could do that now. Click on the little bell and YouTube will notify you when I upload a new video. And then you can choose to watch it or not. It's totally up to you. No pressure. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you in, check on some shadow shields, and we can get this party started. All right, got the shadow shields on, tucked my hair behind my ears, and we're just gonna go right in. I think I want to start with this shade. It looks so fun, and I really want to just paint that all over my eyes. So let's do that. So gonna use my Rephr 21. Yep. This is my absolute favorite brush for shimmer shades, and I'm gonna go into that kind of lime shimmery green called Harlequin. We're gonna try it dry first, but I need to tap out the creasing. I primed my eyes with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base today, and of course did my brows a little bit. One of the things I love about the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas is that it doesn't dry down, which makes it really nice for applying eyeshadow. I used to think you had to set your eyeshadow base, but you don't. Shadows go on and blend just fine over an unset base. Maybe it takes a little more effort to blend out a matte shade, but not enough that you'd actually really notice it necessarily. Look at that. That's really pretty. It's fun, but it doesn't it's not in your face, screamy kind of a green. I like it. Okay, I applied it to my other eye because I want to wet my brush and try the eyeshadow dampened. I sprayed my brush and went back in. I just want to see how much of a difference it makes. Is it worth wetting? Or, is it just the same using it dry? Generally speaking, I prefer to wet my shimmer shades because I do think it gives it just a little bit more. And that is definitely the case with this. Just a little shinier, a little brighter. But if, a bit more subtle is your idea of a good time, it works really nicely dry as well. Okay, now I think I want to take this shade right here called Fern to blend along the edge of the shimmer, and then I'll deepen it up with a bit of this shade right here called Juniper. Like I said, going for full-on green today. There's a bit of kick up in the pan, which I don't mind. Most of the time that means it's going to be a little easier to blend, which is nice, not having to struggle to blend an eyeshadow. It's never a bad thing. You will probably get a bit more fallout. Yeah, see, I got quite a bit of fallout from that. But I usually do my eyeshadow with a naked face. That way, if I do make a mess, I can clean it up. I'm just gonna use the same brush and go into Juniper. And I'm gonna press that down out here. Yeah, that's a remarkable amount of fallout, even for me. And if that bothers you, it's worth noting. If it doesn't bother you, then I wouldn't worry about it. Now I'm just going to dip back into that lighter green shade called Fern and just run that along the edge. It does look like it's gone a bit patchy where I put Fern originally. Let's see if I can lay some more down. It does lay back down, but what if I try to blend it? Not that it really needs it, but odds are if I can't blend it a little bit and have it stay, it's not going to wear very long. What we can do to hopefully combat that is go in with this shade right here, which isn't necessarily the right tone that I want. It's called Galaxy. It's a darker, almost bluey green. And we can just try to put that out here. I think that actually kind of works. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera, clean up the giant mess I made under my eyes, put on the rest of my face, and then I'll come back and show you the final look, and we can talk about what I think of the eyeshadow palette. All right, that's the face done. Let's zoom in for a look at the eyes up close and personal. All right, I'm gonna zoom you out and we can chat about this palette. All right, so my thoughts on the Profusion Emeralds palette. I really like this shade right here so much. This one and this one, I mean, they got a little bit patchy. They're wearing okay now, which I think is pretty darn good. I did go over the patchiness with this shade, and that seemed to have kind of melded everything together a bit. And then I just used this shade right here and this shade on my lower lash line before I did my face. I didn't want to get the fallout. I think this palette is okay. It certainly went on easy enough. It blended easy. I like the look that I came up with. But I do genuinely think if you have anything else that is green that you like in your makeup stash, there's no need to use this one, grab this one, buy it. If you are in need of a green palette and want to spend $5, then I would definitely say go for it. But if you already have green eyeshadows in your collection that you enjoy, I don't think this is a need. But I do really like the look. So those are my thoughts. It's okay. It's definitely not bad. Probably not overly helpful. Will I keep this in my collection? Probably not. I did just do my declutters, and I mentioned in that video that I wanted to give this a whirl because I couldn't remember I'd used it or hadn't used it. My memory's terrible. But I have a very large collection, so I think that I'll probably put this in with the baby's eyeshadow palettes so they have a green palette to play with. So there you go. That's the video done and dusted. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you so much, Tara, for suggesting I do this. I super appreciate you, your support, your comments, just everything. I think you're awesome, and I'm so glad that we've met here. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good, and remember to be kind to you.